All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and our home team. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set, 60 outlaw, X3, 218, chop.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Push him back. Push him by. Check. Down.
2nd and 9 now. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
First down, Saints. Go now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, I-7.
2nd and 13. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, a run for Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 3. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Okay, ready? Mike 59. Hey, Haywood. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Haskins. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Haskins. He's going to let it go deep, and it's caught. Touchdown. touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
15 yards. 59. Hey, echo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Haskins will throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And he lost the football. And some room to work. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys.
And Owen coughed it up, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Come on, set. Take the Pittsburgh. 47. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Go. 4. Check 6 guys.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yes, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little.
And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Able to fight. And Singletary has it stripped. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, Haskins. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Breida, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now the 2nd down throw on target. The 20. Touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Go.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
60 or. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. Going deep here for Allen. It's caught at the 10. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
He's checking crap. Watch twist.
They'll run it with Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll come out in the pistol.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Let's go.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Hey, Alpha. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, let's get this.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Third down, here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 56. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Play 56. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Slam.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off the play fake, here's Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eli Apple. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. He'll look to throw. They were in zone defensively. And that's caught inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go area. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Deron Payne. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They're going to look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On 1st down, here's Breida. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown! Matt Breida with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
60 or 59. Come on.
Looking to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hey, boys.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Hey, Mike 7. Now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins escaping the pressure right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Schwartz. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anyway.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 66 yards for him on the ground. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Weapon.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boom. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devin Singletary with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, Haskins. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Haskins to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Jam.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Hey, tight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And an alley to run. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, we got 3.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Singletary again, spinning away, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They go play action here on first down and give them another 6. It's caught. For a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
And the Saints first down.
Check pass.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the pass. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Haskins going to try to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on it.